Stop blaming your mindset for your poor investment choices. The real culprit might be your DNA. New research suggests that specific blood types have a pre-programmed tolerance for risk that shapes every trade you make. Discover if your biology is hardwired for aggressive wealth building or extreme financial caution. Because there's a theory that will not die. It says Type A investors are cautious, anxious, and obsessed with saving. Type O are bold, confident risk takers. Type B are impulsive and unpredictable. Type AB are a chaotic mix of both. Millions of people genuinely believe this decides how they handle money. This idea comes from Japan, where it's called Ketsueki Gata, and it is not a fringe belief. It's woven into daily life. Dating profiles list blood type. Magazines run blood type horoscopes. Some job applicants have been asked for theirs. But where did it actually come from? And this is the part that surprises people. It didn't come from medicine. It came from a psychology paper in the 1920s by a man named Furukawa, one that was scientifically weak and tangled up with the racial theories of that era. It was dismissed, then revived decades later by a journalist, not a scientist, whose best-selling books made it a national obsession. So a debunked theory got a marketing campaign, and the marketing won. So let's ask the obvious question. What is a blood type, biologically? Your blood type is decided by tiny molecules called antigens sitting on the surface of your red blood cells. Type A has one kind, Type B has another, a B has both, Type O has neither. That's it. That's the entire difference. These molecules matter enormously for one thing: blood transfusions. Put the wrong type in someone, and their immune system attacks it. That's why blood typing saves lives. But here's the crucial part. Those antigens are sitting on your red blood cells. They are not in your brain. There is no known pathway connecting a sugar molecule on a blood cell to how you feel about a risky stock. And researchers have tested this properly. Large samples, thousands of people. Standard personality tests run against blood type across multiple countries. The result? Nothing. No meaningful link. Study after study finds blood type does not predict your personality, and it does not predict how you handle money. So why does it feel so accurate? Two reasons. The first is a trick your brain plays called the Barnum effect. Give someone a vague, flattering description. You're careful with money, but bold when it really matters. And almost everyone believes it was written specifically about them. The second reason is more unsettling. If you're told from childhood that Type A people are cautious, you start behaving cautiously. You interpret your own choices through that label. The belief creates the behavior. That's a self-fulfilling prophecy, not biology. And there's a real cost to this. In Japan, the phenomenon has a name: burahara, blood type harassment. People have reported being judged, teased, or passed over based on a letter that describes a molecule on a cell. So the blood type answer is a myth. But, and this is the twist, the bigger claim in that opening is actually true. Your DNA genuinely does influence your financial risk tolerance. It's just nowhere near the part that decides your blood type. The evidence starts with twins. Researchers compared identical twins, who share essentially all their DNA, against fraternal twins, who share about half. Then they measured the real financial risk each person took. Actual portfolios, actual money. Identical twins had far more similar risk appetites than fraternal twins, and it held even when they were raised in completely different homes. The estimates suggest roughly a third of your risk tolerance is inherited, which raises the real question. If it's genetic, What's the actual machinery? What in your body decides whether a risky bet feels exciting or terrifying? The answer starts with dopamine. It's the chemical behind reward, motivation, and the electric thrill of a gamble. And the genes that build your dopamine receptors vary from person to person. One gene in particular, DRD4, has a variant associated with novelty seeking. In experiments, people carrying it have been found to take more financial risk. Meanwhile, some research points to serotonin-related genes pushing the other way, toward caution and loss avoidance. And there's a deeper layer under all of this, something called loss aversion. For most humans, losing $100 hurts roughly twice as much as gaining 100 feels good. That imbalance is baked into nearly everyone, but the strength of that imbalance varies from person to person, and part of that variation appears to be biological. Two people can look at the exact same investment and genuinely experience two different levels of pain. Then, there's your body chemistry in real time. Under financial stress, cortisol rises, and research on actual traders found that higher cortisol was linked to pulling back from risk, becoming more fearful right when the market moves most. There's also research linking testosterone to more aggressive trading, meaning your hormone levels, which shift daily, may be nudging your decisions before your logic ever gets a vote. And age changes the whole equation. Risk tolerance generally declines as people get older. Partly biology, partly the simple fact that you have less time to recover from a loss. So biology is genuinely sitting at the table with you. But before you blame your genes for your portfolio, that inherited third is not destiny. The other 2/3 is upbringing, experience, financial education, and the habits you build. And there's a catch almost everyone misses. Higher risk tolerance is not the same thing as better returns. Being genetically bold doesn't make you right. It just makes you comfortable being wrong more often. The real advantage isn't having the right genes. It's knowing which way you naturally lean, so you can build rules that protect you from your own defaults before the market tests them. So no, your blood type is not running your portfolio. It's a molecule on a cell, dressed up as a personality. But something in your biology genuinely is influencing you, and now you know exactly which part, and exactly how much. So here's the experiment. Comment your blood type and whether you're a risk taker or a saver. Let's collect a few thousand of you and see live whether the myth holds up. Subscribe for more science your brain is hiding from you. And remember, the dice are still yours to throw.